Mic check 1 2, check 1 2, check check 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4 5. Let's go up to 6. Check check 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4 5. Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside Gallo Arena in Bourne, Massachusetts for this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Live on Twitch via Twitter. This is Upper Cape Tech versus Wareham Carver. My name is Jim McCabe. I am on play-by-play for this one. Upper Cape Tech, this is their last game of the season, and they need this one here today, this evening, in order to get in. They need a win. Nothing else will suffice. Wareham Carver, they're okay. They're already having their postseason ticket punched. In the Section 2 South, the Wareham Carver Vikings with the current record of 10-8-1. And Upper Cape Tech's record, look at them in the Section 3 South. They've got a record of 9-10-0. No ties this season, so they need to go 10-10. And they need to beat Wareham Carver team that gave them the business the first time they played. It was the season opener for Upper Cape Tech. It was a 10-4 loss against Wareham Carver, and they're hoping for better results here tonight. And it is senior night. Wareham Carver is the home team in this contest, and they're going to be honoring just a handful of seniors that they have on this roster, a young Wareham Carver team. And as we wait for that to happen, let's tell you just a little bit about Wareham, about Upper Cape Tech. There's one player that we've really got to watch out for here tonight, and that is going to be Kevin Flynn. Flynn, of course, is, if you've been paying attention to Upper Cape Tech this season, he and previous seasons as well, Kevin Flynn is now the all-time leading point producer for this Upper Cape Tech Rams team. Time to honor the seniors, and I'll turn things over to the public address.
This senior class is leading our program with a lot to be proud of. For example, this is the first senior class in over 15 years that has made the MIAA state tournament 4 seasons that they have not. Earning a spot in the tournament during their 8th grade, junior, and senior seasons. This is truly a special group, a group that coaches wish never had to graduate. This is a particularly difficult night for us coaches because we were there when these players stepped on the ice for the first time 14 years ago in Gateway Youth Hockey's Learn to Skate program. First up for the Vikings is our team manager. Please welcome to the ice team manager Isabella Valcarriage. Meeting Bella on the ice is her mother Gina and father Coach Rich Valcarriage. Bella has been managing our team over the past 5 seasons and will be graduating from Wareham High School this spring, and has been accepted to South Virginia, Roger Williams University, Southern New Hampshire University, and Bridgewater State University. Bella will be waiting until after hockey season to choose where she'll be attending college, as she has her priorities in order because hockey always comes first. Next up for the Vikings, from Wareham, number 44, assistant captain, goaltender Alex. Alex is being led on the ice by his father Paul, mother Angela, and maybe his sisters. No, sorry, Alex. Next year, Alex will be attending Columbia State University and will be majoring in criminal justice. Alex has been duly enrolled at Bridgewater State University during his senior year and will be entering college next year as a second semester credit. Alex has been a member of our team for the past 5 years, has been our starter for 2.5 of his 4 seasons. After graduation, Alex will truly be missed both on and off the ice and in our locker room. Alex has always been a team-first player and only wants to win hockey games. And he shuts the door for us in the cage. As a team, we'll miss watching Alex come to the rink on game day wearing his infamous American flag cowboy boots and his cowboy hat. Alex's favorite Viking hockey memories include being born, his first start at game where he beat Cape Cod Tech, and his first varsity shutout against Nauset this year where he made 41 saves. Our next senior from Wareham, number 17, Captain Brian Allen. Brian will be met on ice tonight by his father Gary, his mother Christine, and his sister Sarah. After graduation, Brian will also attend Plymouth State University and will be enrolled in the school's exercise and sport physiology program. While at Plymouth State, he'll be playing on the baseball team. Brian is the definition of a scholar athlete. He's top 10 in his class and has been duly enrolled at Bridgewater University during his junior and senior years. He'll be entering Plymouth State as a sophomore. Brian has been playing for us for 5 seasons as a 3-year captain for us, taking on a leadership position when he was only a sophomore. Brian immediately stepped in defensively as an 8th grader and helped us to the state tournament at a young age. Brian has been a shutdown defenseman for us and a leader both on and off the ice. Brian's favorite Viking hockey memories also include beating Gordon, clinching a spot in the state tournament 3 of his 5 seasons, and celebrating last year's state tournament berth at the McDonald's Playhouse in Florida. Our final senior tonight has been a leader for us for the past 5 seasons. From Wareham, number 5, Captain Q. DeCanto. Q was met on the ice tonight by his father, Coach Q, his mother, Jen, and his brother and future Viking hockey center, Tomas. Next year, Q will be attending Plymouth State University, and his classes will include a concentration in photography. Q may have only officially been a part of our team for the past 5 seasons, but it feels like Q has been with us forever. Q used to come to our practices at night for extra ice time, and the practice with the older kids. He always wanted to be a Viking. Q became a captain also during his sophomore year and has led us offensively. Q will be graduating as our 3rd all-time leading scorer, scoring 172 varsity points and still counting. Q has made the SEC All-Star team every season since his freshman year and made the standard time super team as a junior. He was truly a special hockey player who embodies everything that we ask a Viking to be. He plays every game with passion, great determination. Q's favorite Viking hockey memories including his line mate Tyler Lovendale scoring his 100th point, laying out a player from Bellingham in the state tournament during his 8th grade year, and conversations on the bench with Coach Bill. On behalf of our coaching staff, thank you to our seniors for all your contributions to Viking hockey over the past 5 seasons. As coaches, all we ask of any senior classes is you leave the program better than when you found it, and this group has certainly done that. All 4 of our seniors are role models for our underclassmen, both on and off the ice. Please remember that you will always have your Viking hockey family and a home here with us. Once you're a Viking, you're always a Viking. And just so, Brian, Alex, Q, I already called this on you guys for my team next year, so stay safe. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a hand to this year's senior class. And now please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Wonderful pregame festivities for the seniors, the three here. They really were able to take their time because of the number, I would say. It's I think it kind of goes depending on how many seniors you got. They only had 3, so they were able to really let us know a lot about them. And one thing you heard there, maybe you need to hear again, that was of note for the Wareham Carver team, Carino DeCanto, one of those seniors with the points record set this season at 172 points. So you talk about Kevin Flynn setting the record for Upper Cape Tech, and you've got a record setter on this Wareham Carver team as well. So certainly a couple of players to watch out for on both of these teams. This is the last game of the season also for Wareham Carver. And again, one more time noting that this is a must-win for Upper Cape Tech. Certainly, by the record, an up-and-down season. Mentioned they got beat by this Wareham Carver team by 6 goals. Looking at Upper Cape Tech's Cape Cod competition this season, they lost to Mashpee Monomoy 4-2. They haven't played, obviously, too much Cape Cod competition this season. And lost to Mashpee Monomoy by a 5-3 score. That's it. Upper Cape Tech is one of the, and this is for those of you who may wonder why they're not featured on the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week up until the end of this season. Well, it's focus on, obviously, more so the teams that are going to be playing here, part of the Cape and Islands League. Upper Cape Tech's one of the only Cape Cod-based teams that is not joining, has not, and at this point does not have plans to join the Cape and Islands League, but they are a Cape Cod team, and so we are here and hoping for the best here and hope for them to get into the postseason and make some noise. And you'll certainly be seeing a lot more of them on the broadcast if that is the case. Upper Cape Tech's goal is on the far end of the ice. You'll see the Rams here on the near end trying to score 2/3 of this game. And the starting goaltenders for this one, Alex DeMarco, one of the 3 seniors on this Wareham team, wearing number 44. Upper Cape Tech's goaltender is Will Hanley, one of 2 Hanleys on this team. I don't have his year readily available. Christopher Hanley, number 13, is one of the skaters on this Upper Cape Tech team. Wareham Carver, their colors are blue and yellow, or orange. This is a nice pad save made by Hanley. And it's cleared down the ice for icing, but Wareham Carver, you'll see it, we'll show you right here. That's what their road jerseys, I guess, look like. Those are blue and yellow, but what they wear at home this season is a military fatigue style jersey with the blue pants, and certainly is an interesting look, and it is going to make number identification a little bit difficult, so you'll have to give me just a little bit of leeway for number identification, and this is my first time seeing Upper Cape Tech this season, so kind of the same deal there. But as far as Upper Cape Tech is concerned, watch out for number 6. That is Kevin Flynn, and this whole line that he is on, top line, is a good one for Upper Cape Tech. And so far, doing his job is Will Hanley, the Upper Cape Tech goaltender. He's hoping his team can go to offense here in a little bit. First 90 seconds have been spent all in the Upper Cape Tech zone. And nothing on the line here really for Wareham Carver. They're in the MIAA. But this geographical closeness, big, I'm sure, rivalry, cross-checking call coming up here to Upper Cape Tech, as they finally did go into the offensive zone, and it didn't go well. I'm sure Wareham Carver has no problem being motivated for this one tonight. And Upper Cape Tech's just going to have to find a gear and grind one out here tonight. This is poked by Kevin Flynn onto the far boards and then getting it out to center. Got as far as the blue line. Before number 9 for Wareham Carver, that was Taylor Lovendale, took it away. But this is going to be dragged back in. This is going to be a shot on goal for Flynn. He's a left-handed shot, and the save was made by Alex DeMarco. So a couple chances for Flynn on this penalty kill. Puck in the near corner, Upper Cape Tech zone. Played out in front. Flynn is on that, and he will intercept and clear. And escapes a check here for Wareham Carver. Now eventually they're going to get this in. And it's going to be a shot that misses. Now this puck's taken at the Upper Cape Tech blue line. And this is going to be a wing entry shot that would not go from Cam Lumsden. Now this is another steal for Upper Cape Tech. Shot won't get on goal from Riker King. And the power play continues here, and this is going to be a shot. Hanley, the goaltender, makes the save on the... Couldn't see the shooter there. Again, these numbers are something. Shot from the left point. I'm going to find out real quickly here that actually those numbers on the helmets might be a little bit better. Look at that one, came in from his number is 23 there. I'll see that one. All right. 5 seconds left on the Wareham Carver power play. I said you're going to need to give me a learning curve here or a handicap tonight, to use the golf term. This is going to be played back and then passed ahead by Mr. number 24, Pollock. Sean Pollock. Got that. Anyway, puck in the Upper Cape Tech zone. No score here between Upper Cape Tech and Wareham Carver. Good player positioning for Upper Cape Tech. They're able to get it out and carry it into the offensive zone. This is offside on Upper Cape Tech. We play about 4.5 minutes of this first period. Wareham Carver had the one power play. Upper Cape Tech able to kill it off. Nice crowd here tonight, just down the street from Upper Cape Tech. And it says Upper Cape Tech is the road team, but you know that obviously this is as much of a home game for them as misses for Upper Cape Tech for Wareham Carver. This is up in front. Another save is made by Will Hanley, who's racking them up here in the first almost 5 minutes. Let's face off to the left of Hanley. Tied up on the boards, loose. Flynn will get it for Upper Cape Tech. Kevin Flynn will get the clear out of the zone. It's going to go back for the control with a slash on his stick, still held onto by Connor Tate. Gotten out the center, is picked off by Riker King and sent into the Wareham Carver zone. Now King's going to go in on the forecheck, puts a heavy one onto Connor Tate. Now it's Kevin Flynn right below us. Flynn plays it out in front. It goes up, batted down, and skated out of his zone and out the center. And now this is carried on further before it is finally into the skates of Brandon Pokraka for Upper Cape Tech. Tied up on the end boards in the Upper Cape Tech zone. And Kevin Flynn will get it out to the neutral zone. Now Wareham Carver will control. And it's Brian Gallagher passing, and now on further up into the Upper Cape Tech zone. Tying up his man is Will Latulip for number 27 for Wareham Carver. Now shot in front, misses. Make sure I got the, is that we say that? Will Latulip? Wild Latulip. That's even better. All right. Keep that in mind next time he's got it. This is a puck taken Christopher Hanley. Right along, Wareham Carver trying to get control back. It's been a scoreless gridlock so far in this one. It's going to be dumped in from neutral ice. And we're passed along by Nathan Eldridge and further out for Wareham Carver. And was going to try and clear. Had trouble first time. Seth Tomasic got it out on the second attempt. And now it's going to be batted in deep by Matthew Paling. And it'll just be controlled by Nathan Eldridge for Wareham Carver, who's going to circle back and come out this side and off the boards. And a nice pass to him and returned by Quirino DeCanto. Sent into the Upper Cape Tech zone. Wareham Carver not going to press too hard on the forecheck here. They're going to let Upper Cape Tech try and clear. That almost worked out in favor for the Vikings, but now here are the Rams. This is a man's going to do it in front, and that one couldn't quite make it to Kevin Flynn from Matthew Paling. Twisted out in front. Hanley shuts the door on Tyler Lovendale. Lovendale got rid of it. Good move here. Passed out in front. Lovendale was tied up pretty well by Riker King. Bunks off something in front, and Upper Cape Tech gets it out of their zone. This is going to be Lovendale again for Wareham Carver. He's going to drift into the slot. Doesn't have a shot yet. Now from the right circle, puts it out in front off of the skater for Upper Cape Tech in front of his own net, and then cleared by the Rams. And we're down to about 6.5 minutes in this first period. Here's Lovendale. He's been out there for a while for the Vikings. Poked off his stick in the circle and back out the center. And here comes an Upper Cape Tech player who's going to shoot. Save is made. A shot taken by Ryan Mulligan. Save made by Alex DeMarco. And that's only probably his maybe second or third save, if not even lower than that. Played out in front. Rip! No! Ty Ribeiro denied by Will Hanley. And a whistle comes with 6 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the first period. And another good save made by the Upper Cape Tech goaltender, Will Hanley. Move bust out the center there from Paling for Upper Cape Tech. Now this is going to be dragged in far side by Brandon Pokraka. Dealt with. Ripped around the end boards to the near side and jammed out further out of his own zone and out of play by Wild Latulip. And they got the noisemakers here, Upper Cape Tech and or maybe just Wareham Carver, I don't know who. Fans, supporters here with those little hand clappers, little plastic hand clappers. I saw them. Upper Cape Tech the face-off win. Better than the Vuvuzelas, I suppose. Ty Ribeiro skating through center now into the Upper Cape Tech zone. No pass. And that one a little bit out of the reach of number 23, who I am sure I do not have. Do we have a number 23? Do you know who that is? Figure it out. Here's a shot. Save. Made. That one from Matthew Paling. And and Alex DeMarco making the save for Wareham Carver. Pounded out of the Wareham Carver zone down deep into the Upper Cape Tech end and clear back out to neutral. Here's a zone entry. And it's Tyler Lovendale. He's going to make the route and shoot right off the glass. Attempt to pass it out in front, didn't work out. And down the ice it goes for icing on Upper Cape Tech. We got at least one mystery number for Wareham Carver. We'll try and figure it out. Shot, score! That shot came in from the point. Definitely looked deflected in front. Wareham Carver leads 1-0. Well, the first one to the bench was Connor Tate. We'll wait for the official call, but the first player to the bench was Tate. This will be shot on goal from neutral. Wareham Carver's dominated here in the first period with the zone time. They finally get rewarded for it. Upper Cape Tech's had a few shots on goal, but they haven't really carried the play. Back to action. And offers from the right point. This turns into an odd man rush for Upper Cape Tech. Passed out in front and reading the play nicely there was the goaltender DeMarco, as it was Kevin Flynn couldn't get that pass from Matthew Paling. Not even a save per se. I don't know if you need to be crediting with the save there, DeMarco, but nonetheless, he definitely prevented a score there for Upper Cape Tech with that nice pass read. This is taken by Wareham Carver. Shot from a bad angle. It's not going to go. It's in the glove of Will Hanley, the Upper Cape Tech goaltender. Let me tell you about our sponsorship for this game. Thank you to Carpet Barn, Carpet One Floor and Home. The one store for your perfect floor with 3 convenient locations in Falmouth, Mashpee, and Hyannis. Your source for carpet, luxury vinyl, hardwood, tile, laminate, and more. Visit Carpet Barn, carpet1falmouth.com for more details. or call 508-296-8189. Upper Cape Tech down 1-0. I don't know if we'll get a goal announcement that pops up and stays in place somehow in the neutral zone. And nice move there on the skate. Nathan Eldridge. Pass it ahead. Upper Cape Tech player draws a penalty here. Carino DeCanto is going to go for that hook on Kieran Ballard. Face-off win. Our first power play for Upper Cape Tech. They're going to be able to control. They're going to whistle this down, though, for high stick. So they're going to put this face-off in neutral ice now. 6 seconds off of the power play. 2 minutes, 42 seconds to go in the first period, and they're going to put this all the way down in the Upper Cape Tech zone. And right off the face-off, it is a score. And that is Noah Reardon with the score. We got that one. Noah Reardon with the goal there. Off the face-off win for Wareham Carver. You talk about bad luck for Upper Cape Tech. On the power play, they get whistled for the high stick. The face-off gets put all the way in their zone, which is a discretionary item on the part of the referee. And Upper Cape Tech gives up the goal. Hustling back check, preventing maybe further activity here on this power play. And now with under a minute to go on the man advantage here, Upper Cape Tech will start back through neutral and gain the offensive zone. And that's going to be a block or save out of play. The shot from Cam Lumsden, the answer from Alex DeMarco. They're down, Upper Cape Tech with another half minute on this power play. We're down to the last minute 15 of the first. Pass through neutral. And now entering the offensive is Kevin Flynn. Flynn ripped it wide, but it's going to go back to the point for a shot, and that's knocked down in bodies. And now unable to clear. Man gets knocked down for Wareham Carver, and Flynn couldn't hold on there up high, and it's going to be Reardon escaping right on goal. Save is made by Hanley. Noah Reardon heading for his second goal. Offered ahead by Nathan Eldridge. Back to even strength. So far, Wareham Carver looks good in this one. This is brought in, and man trying to get on by. Got hit down was Carino DeCanto. Now rolling tire chased down into the Wareham Carver zone. Play to the near side. Off of the stick of Ryan Mulligan, and now out the center and into the upper Cape Tech zone. Wareham Carver with that last zone entry before the buzzer sounds. And they lead 2-0 over Upper Cape Tech after 1 period of play. We'll take a break and come back. Welcome back to Gallo Arena. It's 2-0 Upper Cape Tech trailing Wareham Carver 2-0 after one period of play. The goal scorers in the first. That first one was actually for Tyler Lovendale. And then the assists on that goal to Brian Gallagher and Nathan Eldridge. It was a face-off win goal. Wasn't it? Or was the second one? Or were they both? Done a lot of hockey broadcasts over, I don't know, the last weeks or so. To forgive me. Noah Reardon was the second one. That was an unassisted goal. Both teams with one power play opportunity that they were unable to cash in on in the first period. And Wareham Carver spent a lot of time in the offensive zone in that first period. Now their O zone is going to be our end of the rink. So we might be getting a close-up look at this Wareham Carver offense. But Upper Cape Tech, they're on a mission here. They've got to win to make the playoffs. And I think as this game goes on, we're going to see more of a push from them as they try and get the job done. Face off in the Wareham Carver zone after that icing call. The Vikings are able to send it down the opposite end of the ice now. Upper Cape Tech trying to get this one out quickly. And the job is done. This will be pounded off the glass. Far side Wareham Carver zone. Upper Cape Tech will get this back, and the forehand pass that didn't connect out in front from Cam Lumsden. And now it's sent back into the Upper Cape Tech zone, and this is icing with 55 seconds played here in the second period. I mentioned Upper Cape Tech. They're one of the few teams that's not joining the Cape and Islands League, playing in the Mayflower League, and this season with a 6-5 record in the Mayflower. And the plan, I believe, last season was to have Cape Tech, Cape Academy join up with Upper Cape Tech this season, not in the same division, but in case you missed the Cape Tech, Cape Academy not fielding a varsity team this season. Said they didn't have the numbers, varsity experience. Bourne High School is obviously the other big one as far as teams that are not in the Cape and Islands League, as far as Cape Cod and Islands High School hockey programs. This is going to be a wrist shot in on Will Hanley. Makes the save for Upper Cape Tech. We're almost 90 seconds deep into this second period. 2-0 still is the score. 2 goals for Wareham Carver scored in the first. Face-off win for Wareham Carver. It's a shot from the point. That one's on goal for Hanley to make the save on. Noah Reardon with a little bit of a screen in front. This is going to be a wrister that misses from Christopher Hanley. Back out to neutral and swept off of one Viking stick. Another one comes in for a shot that misses. That shot from Reardon. Now passed out to neutral. This is Ryan Mulligan, and now ahead Upper Cape Tech. Trying to penetrate there, but Wareham Carver trying to break it up. And see which one of these teams gets possession here. It's going to be a wrister That one's going to be a save for Alex DeMarco, the shot from Christopher Hanley. Wareham Carver, again, Division II, South Coast Conference with Bourne. And going 5-6-1 in the conference this season. Somerset Berkeley winning the division with an 11-1 record. Bourne actually finished better than Wareham Carver, but their overall record, tournament qualifying, not good enough. Players running into each other. Played around the M boards. Upper Cape Tech trying to avoid Wareham Carver from getting set up here. Players bunch in right in front of us. And that one out of play. And did you blink? A little bit? You're not a hardened veteran like me. You get hit in the puck with a rib cage earlier this week. Everything is downhill from there. I think that means I have. You're a goalie, you said? Yeah. Oh, I got hit by one. So that means I have a 1,000 save percentage, I think. I have one other person up here in the alumni corner tonight. Playoffs coming right around the corner. This box will be busy. And Upper Cape Tech wants to be part of the party. And now this shot after players coming together in front. That one didn't go on net. Whistle and a stoppage now. I believe we have a penalty coming up here. I'm not sure exactly what we are getting here. Let's see. Upper Cape Tech has a player go. I think that's it. I think Wareham Carver's getting a power play here. Or do we have a Wareham player go off as well? One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, we're just gonna stay 5-on-5. I didn't see the Wareham Carver player that went in. Kevin Flynn plays it to the far side, out of the zone for Upper Cape Tech. Dive ahead there, Flynn to move the puck, and now he's going to get to this. Flynn on his off wing makes the stop, and then passes out to the point. Comes a slapper, score! From Seth Tomasic. I think we're giving that to him. I don't think that tipped off an Upper Cape Tech player in front. It looked like it went straight in from Tomasic. Upper Cape Tech cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1, and if we're focusing on Kevin Flynn, which you know we are, for Upper Cape Tech, the zone entry, the stop down low on the goal line, and the pass out. He gets the primary assist on that slapper from Tomasic. So making that one happen. poke to prevent Upper Cape Tech from leaving its zone. This is going to be a shot on goal, and a save is made by Will Hanley, one of the alternate captains. Upper Cape Tech with the goal to make it 2-1. They need one more to tie. Gotten out of his own zone by Brandon Pokraka. Now it's Pokraka from his own blue line, going through neutral, crossing the other blue line, dashed off the stick. He's going to get back to it. And he's going to send it deep. Good effort to get in there and get it in deep from Pokraka, but Wareham Carver's going to reestablish control here. And it's going to be skated out through neutral and into the Upper Cape Tech zone. And Hanley making the save. Oh, and a late shove on Pokraka. And that might be costing, you might get some audio there. A good one for Brian Gallagher, who's heading off for, and I'm quoting here from the ref, "You know better than that." So, Upper Cape Tech is going to get a second power play, and Wareham Carver is hoping this doesn't bite them here, because this is now the power play that Upper Cape Tech holds with the Rams trailing 2-1. 2 minutes for Gallagher, number 17 for Wareham Carver. Slapper. Point. Stays out. Set up. Another one. And that shot from Cam Lumsden. The save was made by Alex DeMarco, the Wareham Carver goaltender. Wheeling behind and starting out all the way from his own end boards, and then out through neutral, played ahead. Icing is called. Matthew Paling just trying to do a simple dump from the neutral zone, but didn't gain the red line. And we're about a half minute through the power play for Upper Cape Tech. Wareham Carver wins the face-off. Shot. That one staying out. This is cleared out to neutral. And it's passed to Lumsden from Paling. Lumsden getting in and playing it deep, but it's going to be cleared. Right out of his own zone by Thomas Cowwaite. Actually, not all the way out, finished out now, but controlled here by the Vikings. And they're going to get it out the center. This is going to be a passing play. They wanted to go on offense there, and then that option became less available. So then they just dragged a little bit more time off the clock before now the puck down into the Upper Cape Tech zone. The Rams clear, but Vikings will have this one back, and once again they're going to rag time off. And Upper Cape Tech, they're not going to press that much. And that's going to be okay with Wareham Carver to clear. The late offside. Reno DeCanto had to go out of the zone for Wareham Carver. Power plays down to 10 seconds for Upper Cape Tech. This will be a chase for the puck into the Upper Cape Tech zone. What a great job there from Nolan Kaiser, but didn't provide any benefit there. Icing is now the call on Upper Cape Tech. Let's look at some scores on the boys' side. Marshfield over Barnstable in the Coach Melchiono tournament in Hyannis. That was the last update. End of the season, regular season tournament for the Falmouth girls team, losing to Boston Latin. That was a final 4-3. Battle for behind the Upper Cape Tech net. And here's a backhander that is stopped and sounded like it clipped the post there. Maybe a partial save there also. Now this is going to be a wrister that misses that first chance there from Wild La Tulip. Wareham keeping it in. Shot from a long distance. Save is made by Hanley and out the center now. Down to the last 6 minutes of the second period. This is charged ahead by Ryan Mulligan. Needing help. Maybe he'll do it himself. Mulligan right in front. And the save is made by DeMarco. Wareham Carver gets this back out through center. And now the quick move ahead and a little bit of slowdown there from the defense. And then another one that came in after that from that same guy there, La Tulip. Couple of chances for Wild La Tulip. And the whistle blows with 5:36 remaining in the second. Nice faction of Upper Cape Tech folks here watching this one, hoping for another chance to cheer. They've done it once here in the second period with the Upper Cape Tech goal. Now Upper Cape Tech on defense. Fan of this referee, man. I tell you, he's vocal. I like it. All right, skated into the Wareham Carver's zone. Shot from the wing by Matthew Paling. The save made by Alex DeMarco. He covers. Sponsorship for this game: Carpet Barn, Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor with 3 convenient locations in Falmouth, Mashpee, and Hyannis. Exclusive carpet brands, including Bigelow Stainmaster, Lee's, Tigressa, Resista, Innovia Extreme Clean, Invincible, Rustic River, Hydrotech, Belterra Tile, Laminate for Life, and Voyager Exotic Floors. You just saw what looked like a redirection save made by DeMarco, the Wareham Carver goaltender. We have less than 5 minutes to play now in the second. My name is Jim McCabe. This is the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Upper Cape Tech, last game of this season. This is glove down in front. And from Carino de Canto into the crease. And I don't know if that puck actually left his glove before the whistle blew. And I think they're going to put him off here, DeCanto. They're going to get him for delay of game. That's interesting. You give the player a few seconds there to glove it down. But if he does not glove it down in a timely manner, you can call the delay of game. I don't know who's yelling here in the crowd, if it's the Wareham folks or not, upset about the call. Referee's explaining to the Wareham Carver bench, and the head coach for Wareham Carver, Richard Velikovitz, not happy, shook his head. This is turned into a delay here as they talk about this. I just want to remind you what the NHL rules are. Handling puck, talk about the hand pass. That's different. But here's Rule 67.2, minor penalty. A player shall be permitted to catch the puck out of the air, but must immediately place it or knock it down to the ice. If he catches it and skates with it, either to avoid a check or to gain a territorial advantage over his opponent, minor penalty shall be assessed for closing his hand on the puck. And that's what I believe we just saw. So I don't know exactly why this is turned into this lengthy of a delay. And again, that's NHL rules, and just making the assumption that the MIAA mirrors those exactly for calling a penalty for what we just saw. Again, it was DeCanto gloving it down, and at the time he gloved it down, he was outside of the crease, and then he held onto it and tried to place it down in the crease. And they're going to face off in the upper Cape Tech zone. Maybe. Maybe not. This has turned into roughly a I'm probably almost 5-minute delay now. So now they say no penalty. No penalty, okay. Five on five. Well, you can go back and look at it. And the shot's on goal. Save is made by Henley. That's one of the unintentional benefits of Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Go back and watch that on the archive, MIAA, and you guys make that decision on whether or not that should have been a penalty. Sure, Upper Cape Tech thought it was, but the Wareham Carver clearly did not. After a pretty lengthy delay there, they finally decided to reverse the decision. All right, so we're down to 4 minutes and 24 seconds of the first period. And it's still 2-1 lead for Wareham Carver. Upper Cape Tech thought they were going to get a power play to try and get this game tied. They're going to keep trying to get the game tied, but right now we're at 5 on 5. Jammed along and possessed here by Wareham Carver, and this Viking player is going to skate out through neutral. And now into the Upper Cape Tech zone. This is Reardon. Tried to offer it out in front, but then reaching for it and clearing was Seth Tomasic. This is a pass out. This is a wrister. Score! What a shot from James LaRoe. Complicated spelling, last name James LaRoe. Nothing complicated about that score. A medal clanger for James LaRoe. And Upper Cape Tech now trails 3-1 to Wareham Carver. Oh, LaRoe almost had another one, but slamming the door in time was Hanley. Slapper, and that was a laser that just missed from the left point. And now Wareham Carver, they're feeling it. This will be a play out in front. Wareham Carver's not done here. Upper Cape Tech trying to break it up. This will be taken on the skate by a bunch of players here on this. Now control for a man who's doing it all himself. He's going to pass it out in front, and that started to get really the crowd going there. Nathan Eldridge, what a show he just put on. And now back out to the point. Shot fanned on, broken up, and skated out the center, but Upper Cape Tech doesn't have a lot of gas for those forwards in the tank. And Wareham Carver's going to control from neutral, dump back in. And those 5 guys stay out there for Upper Cape Tech, but you got to think they're going to look for a change here pretty soon. Less than 2.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Upper Cape Tech needs 3 goals now. They need a win. A tie won't do it. Battle 4 behind the Upper Cape Tech net, played out in front. This was a clear attempt by Upper Cape Tech, but Wareham Carver taking it back. The save was made by Hanley on Eldridge's shot. Now Eldridge passes and Hanley says no to that shooter on the left wing. That was number 17, Brian Gallagher. Two minutes exactly remaining here in the second. This is just backhand, touches the outside of the post. Hanley, watch that one now happen, but now this is going to be skated out the center. Matthew Paling. Upper Cape Tech couldn't get deep into the Wareham Carver zone. The spin from DeCanto and another pivot. And it's played out in front by DeCanto, number 5 for Wareham Carver. And as it is played out in front, we've gotten a whistle and a holding call. And this is on Wareham Carver, I believe. No, this is on Upper Cape Tech. This is on Kevin Flynn. And this is the second power play of the game for Wareham Carver. And the Vikings controlling off the faceoff. Played down low. DeCanto, this is Carino DeCanto. Out in front. That one wouldn't go from Tyler Lovendale. One of the goal scorers in this game. He gives it for DeCanto in front. And that one's out of play. Lovendale, thank you, says Will Hanley to his defenseman Thomas Calwheat, who got a stick in there. And they're talking right now. You see them talking. They're going to put the faceoff out in neutral. 1:03 remaining in the second period. About a half minute more than that. Now they're going to say no, put it in the Upper Cape Tech zone. Just about a half minute of power play time will carry over for Wareham Carver if they don't score here at the end into the third period. And we're now down to our final minute of play in this second period. Carino, he passes. Now Reardon up top, shot just missing. Played back out in front quickly, and it's a score for Nathan Eldridge. It is a power play goal for Eldridge. A little bit of a broken play there. But it was a face-off win for Wareham Carver. It started all this. And Reardon behind the net thought about doing the Mike leg move to Carino. And then batted back out in front by Reardon. And I say broken play. I mean, really what I mean there is Upper Cape Tech kind of out of position there. They were trying to track who was going to be the shooter there, and they lost track of it a little bit. And the benefactor was Nathan Eldridge. 4-1, Wareham Carver. Slapper. Oh, and another save too. The first on that slapper from the point, Hanley made the save, and then DeCanto on the doorstep couldn't count on the rebound. Will Hanley made another save, and he is keeping his team in this one. It's a 3-goal lead for Wareham Carver after 2 periods of play. This one's not over. Upper Cape Tech, though, they've got to do it in the third. They've got to get the goals. They need 4 goals. They got to win this one today. And they got 15 minutes left to score those goals, or their season's going to be over. Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week will continue from Bourne in just a little bit. Bienvenidos, welcome back to Bourne's Gallo Arena, where we are watching this Cape Cod High School hockey game of the week. It is Upper Cape Tech versus Wareham Carver. It is a 4-1 lead for Wareham Carver after 2 periods of play. They have gotten goals in this game from Tyler Lovendale, Noah Reardon, James LaRoe, and Nathan Eldridge. Meanwhile, it has been just the one score for Upper Cape Tech. That was from Seth Tomasic. Tomasic's goal made it 2-1. And then 2 more goals for Upper Cape Tech to have what is for them the largest lead in this contest so far. Upper Cape Tech needs this win to make the postseason, so they have got to get 4 goals and rely on some more good goaltending from Mr. Will Hanley, who has been pretty good in the net for them here this evening. He's given up the 4. However, it could be a lot worse. And this is it for Upper Cape Tech. So in this 3rd period, I think you got to watch out for them. I think they're going to be putting out the maximum amount of energy, and I won't say they've been conservative, but there's been a few times where my question has been if there's been a little bit of strategy, if they've been looking to hold on here for what they're hoping for be a push in this 3rd. But unfortunately for Upper Cape Tech, as I say that, they've just taken a penalty. And this tripping call sets to Brandon Pakraka. So Wareham Carver, they've gotten 1 power play goal. And they got another one here. Or they get another power play, and they're hoping for another goal here is what I mean. Pass below the goal line. Center. Denied there, Tyler Lovendale. Now it's control at the right point. It'll be passed. And then stolen by the Upper Cape Tech player who clears. And this will be exited out of his zone by Nathan Eldridge, and it goes all the way down into the Upper Cape Tech zone. Grabbed by Kevin Flynn. Flynn is able to get that one through the legs of the man operating at the point there for Wareham Carver. And down, now controlled in his own zone, Eldridge will pass to a stationary man at the goal line who gives it on to the near side. Now it is going to be Eldridge from his own blue line passing ahead. Now this is Carino DeCanto holding on here, getting through his own man. Didn't take the shot. He'll give instead for the slapper. And that one wouldn't go from number 17, Gallagher. We're down to a half minute on the power play. Unable to get that puck through Hanley on the stuff. Passed into the near circle for this skate out by the Rams, but they can't advance into Wareham Carver ice before the Vikings get this back. And this is DeCanto. Charged ahead, nothing to show for it. And the puck going into the Upper Cape Tech bench. Well, let's look at this as far as this Section 3 South goes. Hopkinton with the 19-1 record. John Paul the second, 16-2-3. Hanover 16-2-1. Dartmouth 16-3-1. Most of these are final records, but a handful of them may be with 1 game left to play. Dartmouth 16-3-1. Norwell 14-3-3. Somerset Berkeley, I think they've got a couple. They are 15-3. Nantucket 12-5-2. We'll be paying attention to them. Foxborough 10-4-5. Bishop Stang 10-5-5. Blue Hills 12-8 record. Martha's Vineyard, they finished a little bit rough down the stretch with a few losses. They lost today, Martha's Vineyard did, to Newton South 3-1. They're going to make the MIAA. Look more at that in a moment here as this Upper Cape Tech skater tried to play ahead, checked off his stick. Getting the job done there on Riker King was James LaRoe. Loose puck in neutral after the puck was sent ahead. Upper Cape Tech, they were the ones that were trying to advance this, and then it was carried in deep into the Wareham Carver zone by Riker King before the recovery made by the Vikings. Collision in neutral. This is a man dragging it through the circle, and another one! And it sat there in front. That effort, great one from Wild LaTulip. Here comes a shot and a score! I believe the goal scorer here, we're not getting benefit of the public address, but the man who shot that was Brian Gallagher, and I think it's going to go to him. And it's a 5-1 lead for Wareham Carver. Oh, Wareham Carver, Upper Cape Tech. They knew this was going to be a tough one tonight for them to try and make the MIAA, facing a Division II team. Upper Cape Tech, the Division III team. Team that beat them by 6 goals in the opener. And they're leading by 4 here in the third period. And Wareham Carver, looks like they're just playing their game out there. Upper Cape Tech's got to get some bounces go their way. This was a good one. It was dragged in. And now shot just wide of the net. This was the late offside. Eldridge for Wareham plays it out to neutral and then skated into the Upper Cape Tech zone by this man who's going to shoot. And that one missed from Quirino DeCanto. And now this will be backhanded into the Wareham zone by Matthew Paling. Have to allow me to say Wareham while saying Carver just a few times. Out to neutral, skated up the gut. And right on goal. Score! And it's another one for James LaRoe. Second goal of the game for number 86, James LaRoe. And that makes it 6-1, Wareham Carver. 5 minutes played now here in the third. Upper Cape Tech trails by 5. The rest of the teams in the section 3 South, and now it appears that very much so that Upper Cape Tech's not going to be one of them. Abington with a 10-6-3 record, Rockland 10-7-3, Holliston 10-8-2, 10-9-2 record for Silver Lake. Greater New Bedford is going to get in. They're 9-8-2. They're playing Mashpee Monomoy tonight. That's not a game in which anything's going to be on the line. They'll be playing in Orleans. And North Quincy, 9-8-2, will apparently now be the last team that gets into this Section 3 South. What about the Wareham Carver Vikings? Good luck to them in the postseason, and here's how the field looks like. We won't go through all the records here. I realize that's tedious to do it again. But just to tell you, the players and the teams in the Section 2 South, you've got, as we'll watch here this advancement, trying to get through the defense there. Riker King couldn't do it. King will try again, and he'll risk. And the save is made, and then the rebound bashed out of there by Nathan Eldridge. Hold off on that for a second. As we play on here, 6-1 to score. James LaRose got 2 for Wareham Carver. The teams are Canton, Plymouth North, Whitman Hanson, Norwood, Dedham, Southeastern West Bridgewater, Dighton Rehoboth Seekonk, Medway, Medfield, Apponequet Connolly, Brookline, Situate, Bishop Fian, Wareham Carver, and Westwood, I think, is going to be the last one. There's actually, let's take a look here because there's a couple teams are on the bubble I want to tell you about. Westwood is 9-8-2, North Attleboro is 7-7-6, and Taunton is 8-8-3. So it looks like all three of those teams are going to make it, but let's just check and see what their schedule looks like. Westwood is done, so they're good. North Attleboro's done. And Taunton is done. So, yeah, it looks like all three of those teams are in with that 500-plus record. North Attleboro and Taunton finishing right at 500. Sandwich missing out. They lost both games of the Jeff Hayes tournament that just finished up here. 7-10-2 record for them. And that was another team this week that was on the bubble in the Section 2 South, but unable to get the job done in their 2 games here this week, Monday and Tuesday. This is going to be a wrister. That's up high, coming from Patrick Gonzalez. Save was made by Alex DeMarco, a goaltender for Wareham Carver, and now here's a shot that misses over the crossbar in the Upper Cape Tech zone, and this is going to be clamped down by the new goaltender that's in there for Upper Cape Tech. We're going to find out who that is. Number 1 for Upper Cape Tech. And that is Evan Mansfield, the freshman goaltender. Evan Mansfield in net now for Upper Cape Tech to finish this one out. Oh, I'll tell you what, if you're Upper Cape Tech, you definitely got to look at this season and say that they certainly, as I said about Sandwich, as this shot brings the post from Flynn, I said about Sandwich in the Jeff Hayes tournament, and I'll say the same thing about Upper Cape Tech. What you ask for, if you can't make the postseason, the next best thing is to, at a minimum, give these kids something to compete for. And Upper Cape Tech down to the last game of the regular season, competing for a postseason spot, and that is certainly something to be proud of. Even though Upper Cape Tech, they're going to be disappointed to not make the MIAA playoffs. That's a shot that won't go. A diving effort from the Upper Cape Tech player. We're down to 5.5 minutes in this third period. Brought in by the Rams. Little stick handle. And that one's going to go out of the Galaxy on the shot from Cam Lumsden. Deflected out of play. And it's going to stay in the Upper Cape Tech zone. And just want to one more time thank our sponsor for this game, and that is Carpet Barn, Carpet One Floor and Home. One store for your perfect floor with 3 convenient locations in Falmouth, Mashpee, and Hyannis. Check out exclusive warranty options up to the life of the installation to cover any possible soils or stains. Carpet Barn, Carpet One offers a healthier living flooring installation system, the first antimicrobial flooring installation system to keep allergens, dust, mildew, and mold away. Visit Carpet Barn, carpet1falmouth.com, or call 508-296-8189. The timeout's been called here. I believe this is from Upper Cape Tech. 5:22 remaining in the third period. And I know it sounds like I've already eulogized Upper Cape Tech. Mathematically speaking, they are at a long shot here to come up with the win that they need. They need 5 goals in 5 minutes and 22 seconds of game time. But not impossible. And goaltender's going to return here. The original starting goaltender, Will Hanley, is going to go back in net. So that's an interesting thing. I would have just assumed there with the placement of Mansfield, the backup goaltender, would have just assumed that was Upper Cape Tech saying, good effort, boys, but we're calling this one. But Hanley's back in there, so all right, here's Upper Cape Tech. And this is a shot that's blocked from the point. It is going to be recovered. And this eventually is going to bleed across the blue line out the center. Now this is going to be slapped in. And it's going to rattle around. And first one with the puck possession here, but he turns it over, was Ty Ribeiro. Played out in front. Net budges off. Kevin Flynn pulled back on by the goaltender DeMarco. Flynn can't center. And it's going to be Eldridge for Wareham Carver getting it out of the zone. Upper Cape Tech's going to start back in here with less than 5 minutes to go in the third period. This is a bouncer out the center, and Flynn has to skip a little bit to make sure it doesn't touch him on the delayed offside. Eldridge gets it all the way down. This is not icing on Wareham Carver. Sending deep into the Wareham Carver zone. Player separated from the stick. There, Thomasik for Upper Cape Tech. Less than 4 minutes to go in the third period. Through neutral. Now in offensive ice. Shot. Taken. Matthew Paling. Save. Made. Alex DeMarco. Paling again. Scores! Matthew Paling not giving up on that shift. And he scores to make it 6-2. With 3:35 remaining in the third. Paling got to his own rebound there, kicked it to himself, and came out and was able to shoot that glove side on the forehand shot. Now this is brought in. Centered. Backhander, score! Riker King makes it 6-3. That average I talked about of the goal per minute has all of a sudden now been restored. A pass out in front. Didn't go for a connection cleanly there, but there was King to put that into the roof. And Upper Cape Tech all of a sudden has life, but they still got 3 they need. Now there's a drive to the net. Hanley making the save. And a whistle. It was Eldridge on that drive to the net. And did the net come off? I suspect it may have. Well, I didn't see it get reset there. Looking each direction here. It is Wareham Carver winning the faceoff in the offensive zone. Some buzz in this arena right now. Upper Cape Tech with 2 quick ones, but they still have a mile to go. And they're running out of time. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the third. Batted down. It's not going to matter for a hand pass from DeCanto, touched by the Upper Cape Tech player. I'm pretty sure Upper Cape Tech next trip out of their zone, if and when this happens, is going to result in the 6th skater. Let's see. Hanley, the goaltender, pointing to the referee, thought there should have been some interference call as Upper Cape Tech tried to advance. Now 2 minutes to go. And this is going to be dragged right on net for the shot. Save Hanley, glove down in front. Staying out, and a big collision, and a penalty coming up on Upper Cape Tech. Interference call. Oh, is this on Wareham, actually? This is on the Wareham player. This is a power play for Upper Cape Tech. This is on Nathan Reardon. And second timeout has been called. Both teams have called their timeouts. This is a power play for Upper Cape Tech with 1:47 to go. I got to assume Upper Cape Tech's going to start off this power play with 6 skaters. They've got to pot one quickly. I mean, you're talking about, if this is the equivalent of football, you're talking about, not that this is in any way analogous, but you're talking about needing multiple onside kicks here. Just kind of give you an idea of what kind of dire straits Upper Cape Tech is in. A face-off win here for Upper Cape Tech would be a real good thing for them. They don't get it, but they're going to get another chance here because it's cleared out of play by Brian Gallagher. That took 4 seconds off the power play. This is a face-off win for Upper Cape Tech. It's a wrister on net. Save is made. Loose in front. It's going to go back out to the point. Here comes a slapper. That one missed. Comes out in front quickly. Oh, and Flynn didn't have it. And it's cleared. And Hanley does stay in his net, so Upper Cape Tech just with the 5 skaters out there. Flynn dashes it along. And Upper Cape Tech's got to get this puck off. They're going to drag time off the clock. Wareham Carver. And that takes time off. Now less than a minute to go in the game. Out to neutral. And Flynn is in. He'll wrist. Up high. That's a loose puck that winds up going to the boards. Wrapped around hard and down from Brian Gallagher. And now this man's going to go in. Oh, and the save is made by Hanley. From the captain for Wareham, Carver DeCanto. 33.6 seconds left. All the time remaining for Upper Cape Tech, as much as they need on this power play. Wareham Carver controls, and I think we can now say this is going to go as a win for Wareham Carver. Good effort from Upper Cape Tech here late in the third period to make this one interesting, but it's just not enough. And this one's going to go down as what looks like a 6-3 final. And the buzzer will sound. Game winner is going to go to Nathan Eldridge. 2 goals scored for Wareham Carver by James LaRoe. Upper Cape Tech gets goals here in this third period from Matthew Paley and Riker King. But they weren't able to close the gap any further. They were down 6-1 when those two goals were scored. And that last goal came with about 3.5 minutes remaining. And Upper Cape Tech, they put a good one. They put a good effort here to try and come back in the third. But again, Wareham Carver comes out with the win tonight. 6-3 the final, and good luck to Wareham Carver in the MIAA postseason. There's going to be not any players or any teams in the Section 2 South. You heard me run through all of them, so we won't be seeing. In fact, there's no Division 2 teams at all that we're going to be keeping track of. Sandwich would have been the only one, but they're not going to the postseason. So good luck to Wareham Carver in the MIAA postseason. Hope that they can go far. And we're going to sign off for this one. Again, the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week for Upper Cape Tech, and they fall tonight in what was a must-win game for them to get into the postseason by a score of 6-3. Tomorrow, be on for Barnstable versus TBD, but it's looking like Barnstable is going to be in the runner-up game for the Melchiono tournament that they're hosting in Hyannis. At last check, we're down to Marshfield 5-0. So we'll be on in the afternoon tomorrow for that one, live from the Hyannis Youth Community Center, as Barnstable has that final game to finish the regular season before they get ready for the playoffs and hoping for another deep postseason run, hoping to get to Boston this season. Barnstable, stay tuned and tune in for that one tomorrow afternoon. Thanks so much for watching and listening to this one. My name is Jim McCabe saying so long for now.